Hello, my name is Jason Lupton, and this is week 3 of the Kydex Lab. Today's date is 4/15/2025. So first things first, we're going to be making a holster for my 6-hour P320 M17 variant. So first thing we have to do is make sure the weapon is safe and clear. We do this by ensuring the weapon's on safe, point in a safe direction, remove the magazine, make sure there's nothing in there. Next, we're going to open up the chamber, visually and physically inspect, make sure that there's no live rounds inside of the chamber. This weapon is safe and clear. So this is the rough sketch that I drew. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. So it's actually going to be reversed because I'm making a inner waistband holster, so this is kind of the mirror image of what we're going to be doing. So we've got our contour lines covering up our trigger area, and I may end up bringing it over the safety. I'm not quite sure yet. I like having the ability to check my safety as I go. On the opposite side, of course, it will be covered up. In order to do this, I've got an empty magazine that I'm going to be using to stiffen up the polymer frame, just to ensure that I don't think that that little bit of heat is going to mess with it, but just to be sure, better safe than sorry. Another thing I got to be concerned about is my mag release here. So with it being inside of the waistband, this, I'm right-handed, so this will be up against my side. This is skin side. So that will be covered up by this back portion here, so we're going to have to block this out just a little bit. And then I originally was planning to do a pancake style holster, but because of the state of my press, until I get a better press made, I'm just going to do a taco holster for now. So kind of the design I'm going off of, this is my We the People holster that I have for my SIG. This is an outer waistband holster that I just got recently. So it's going to look similar to this. I do have an optics cut because eventually I do plan on putting an optic on my pistol. So I'm going to do the same thing with the holster we're building for this class. And I like the idea of having the muzzle completely open, the muzzle end completely open. So we're going to kind of duplicate that a little bit. The retention is going to be about the same. So this is kind of the design we're going to go for. But for now, we're going to work on blocking. So I haven't got all my blocking material out just yet, but what I'm going to need is tape, my knife, and then I have various pieces of aluminum that I'm going to use for blocking out places like the slide catch, or just the takedown lever, the slide catch, and the safety, which I'll probably do all that into one. That way I've got just one smooth line for all of it. This side, just have these two. And then of course blocking the trigger well. And then I've seen somewhere that you should probably block these as well. So I'm probably going to use pieces of dowel or something to kind of put in there and then tape over top of it. But we're gonna see how it goes as we go. This is a trial and error kind of design, and I've got an extra piece of Kydex in case I mess it up, because I firmly believe I'm going to mess it up. So I've got all my blocking done, and I did not put it on the camera because I've had to redo it like 3 times. I started off trying to use little pieces of aluminum That was hard to work with. So I've got this rubber, hard rubber that I have now. I'm hoping it's going to work, but we're going to try it. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to make another attempt. But for now, I've got it blocked out. I've got my safety covered. I've got my slide catch covered. I've got the slide release, or the slide release takedown lever covered. I've got my safety. I'm hoping that's blocked out enough. So we're just gonna move on and see how it works. I may try to redo that real quick. Next step is to measure out my Kydex. We're going to be doing a taco. We're just going to do it like that because this part's not going to be covered anyways. So yeah, we'll just cut off this section right here. Like I said, if I mess it up, we'll try it again. So tools I'm going to need for this. Get it out of the way. I've got my Kydex. I've got some parchment paper. I've got my t-shirt press. And then I got my Kydex press. I'm going to keep that right here. Set it on 400 for 100 seconds. And now we wait for that to heat up. I guess I better get my clamps out. So while it heats up, I'm going to be right back. Alright, so I'm putting the Kydex in with the textured side up. No, there's not gonna work. And then we'll put my parchment paper on top of it so it doesn't burn. I've got it set on 400 for 100 seconds. I had to make some alterations to my press because with the pistol in there, it would not close at all. So let's go ahead and set that. There we go. I almost forgot. This was the other tool we needed. So we want our Kydex to be about 350 degrees. Go ahead and get my gloves on. That's 100 seconds. 338. Still about 330. $361. All right. Set this where we want it. All right. Put this on here. And clamp it down. So now that's where we're at. I definitely think I messed it up, but we shall see. So at this point, we have a molded holster. So we're gonna let it cool down for a little bit longer, but got pretty good lines here. May have to relieve this trigger guard a little bit, but we'll see how it goes.